Ladies and gentlemen, mess about too long and you're going to invite other clubs coming into the frame wanting Moises Caicedo. Now, I don't know whether this is bluff. It could quite possibly be a bluff from Brighton, but this player is a very good player. So it's not too far-fetched that other clubs could get interested. Let's talk about all this. Let's go.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking an unidentified club has been more than 80 million for Caicedo. This comes from Andy Naylor, who has been a thorn in our backside since the Lewa Colwell saga started with Brighton. Andy Naylor, did interviews and try to create this whole vibe that Lewa Colwell only wants Brighton. Obviously, now we have the official announcement from Chelsea for Lewa Colwell's contract extension, which we'll touch on. Now he's creating havoc in regards to Caicedo, trying to create this particular perception that there are other clubs that are coming into the frame. There are other bids. May well be true, may not be true. It could be a classic, poker style bluff game going on over here. I don't know, but my whole feeling, and I know a lot of you guys are probably sour about this whole transfer news, transfer saga on a daily basis. Something new comes up, but it doesn't look like we're going anywhere with the news, right? So I'm pretty sure you guys are all fed up about it. I'm fed up about it. This player should have been a Chelsea player 2-3 weeks ago, and here we are on the day when we're about to play Dortmund in our final preseason match. He's still not a Chelsea player, and we're going to be shaping up playing against Liverpool without this particular player and no proper reinforcement in our midfield. And in this Liverpool team, although they lost in the preseason match earlier today against Bayern Munich, they should not be taken lightly. They've got goals. Liverpool always had goals, and with how easily you can bypass our midfield, and once again, no disrespect to some of our players in the likes of Andre Santos, Cesare Casadei, Enzo Fernandez, they're good, but there's so much for them to learn as a combination. There's no denying the fact that it is so easily bypassable with that combination. And you think a midfield in the likes of Liverpool with McAllister and Szoboszlai and so on and so forth, they'll have a field day. They'll have a field day on game week 1. And my biggest annoyance in this whole situation is Chelsea can't seem to make a decision. It's quite simple. Either we pay the 100 million and take the player, or we move away from it, because Brighton are not accepting 80, 85 million and all of these shenanigans. Last I heard that they want 105 million. These guys are too difficult to deal with. They're not here to negotiate. They've robbed us all along. All this time, they have always robbed us. Why do you think all of a sudden now they're going to be our mates? That's been the biggest annoying factor for me. I can't control what Brighton does. And we can sit here and blame Brighton all day long and be upset with them, but I can't control what they do. But I can control what I do. The player wants us. Of course the player wants us. To be honest, now with some of these rumors, and I'm going to get to who potentially could hijack this as well. Yeah, the player wants us now because we are the only club that seems to be interested. But what's to say if, I don't know, Man United comes into frame and offers huge wages? Or what if a Saudi club comes into the frame and offers unbelievable amount of money? Caicedo comes across a particular individual, and this is not having a go at him at all, that he would choose money because, he comes, I don't think he comes from a wealthy family in South America and Ecuador. So for him, it's about securing a lifestyle. It's about securing the financial well-being of his family. Apparently, he has a big family as well. So I don't think Caicedo is like Chelsea through and through. Like he'll come and join us for sure. Yeah, right now there's personal terms agreed. He wants us, but it can very, very quickly change. So yeah, breaking an unidentified club has made more than 80 million bid for Caicedo. The next bit of news in regards to this is Moises Caicedo's camp have been told by Brighton that a new bid surpassing Chelsea has landed, and it's confidential from a Premier League club. Caicedo's camp does not know who it is or if it's real. It's not Liverpool, though. This is coming from Ben Jacobs. I don't understand how Caicedo's agents don't know where the bid's coming from. Yeah, why is this unnamed Premier League club only talking to the club? They should be talking to Caicedo as well. In fact, you should try and get Caicedo's buy-in first and see if you can get the personal terms agreed before you reach out to the club. But maybe they're doing the reverse way because they see the club being the issue. So if they can get clubs, side first, they can potentially get the player side as well. So look, who is this confidential unnamed Premier League club? It's not Liverpool, as Ben Jacobs saying, and Liverpool are not going to be paying in excess of 80 plus million, even though they do have the money now from Fabinho and Henderson and so on and so forth. Could they potentially go out there and surpass what we've put in, which is 80 million bid? Could they go up to 85? Could they go up to 90? Could they even go up to 100? I don't think it's Liverpool, and as Ben Jacobs said, it's not Liverpool. So who else could it be? The only other teams that I can think of is Newcastle. They've got loads of money, but apparently they are facing some sort of financial fair play issue, so they're not going to go out there and just splash money willy-nilly. So who else is left? Man United, Manchester City. Could Arsenal throw more money? They've done enough damage in this window as it is. Declan Rice, 100 million. They're keeping Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey is not leaving at the moment, so it's probably not Arsenal. It can't be any other clubs. So is it Man City or Manchester United? Manchester United seem to be very much, in advanced sort of situation with Amrabat. Fabrizio Romano has been talking about it a lot, that Soufiane Amrabat to Manchester United, it's quite hot. Is it Man City? Well, if it's Man City, then are they going to get rid of someone like Calvin Phillips? Because Rodri's there, Calvin Phillips there. I don't know. But dangle the carrot long enough, some other clubs will probably come in. And this is perfect for Brighton. They've always wanted a bidding war. They want to put a mad slap across Chelsea's face. That's what they want to do. They want to showcase to us that there are other clubs that are willing to pay more. And this is what it comes down to, ladies and gentlemen. Are we gonna sit there and just stick to the 80, 85 million bid? Because it ain't gonna cut it. Simple as that. It ain't gonna cut it. Brighton 100 million. And I'm just annoyed that Chelsea haven't been able to just pull the plug as yet. I know it looks pretty embarrassing that we have not been able to land the player, but we tried. Just the way we've pulled the plug on Ugarte, I don't understand why we're not pulling the plug on Caicedo as yet and try our level best to just, get other midfielders. Just go and get Soufiane Amrabat. I don't understand why we're not getting Amrabat. If we can't get Caicedo, just go out there and get Amrabat. An unnamed Saudi club has contacted Brighton over Moises Caicedo. This is coming from Sky Sports. And look, if it's Saudis, I'm worried because financially, I don't think we can match. In talks with Brighton, the Saudi club intimated what they would be prepared to pay. In a way, this is good for Brighton. The price will only go up with another suitor. So look, I'm just fed up. I'm concerned as well. We need depth. We need quality. I don't care about too much about, at the moment, goalkeeper or striker, because I feel like we can make do for the time being. But the midfield position, we can't make do. We have to do something. That's the honest truth about the midfield situation at the moment. We have to get someone in the same quality as Moises Caicedo. In fact, we should just get Moises Caicedo. Just pay the 100 million and walk away from Brighton. Don't even worry about Robert Sanchez. Don't even worry about all of that. Just get this deal done. They've got us. They've screwed us. Brighton have absolutely twisted us like a pretzel. And the amount of times I've said they've grabbed our balls, they've squeezed it, they've twisted it, they've pulled it, and we are screaming they don't care. We're saying, come on, Brighton, it hurts. No, we don't care. We don't care. You are giving us the money. Brighton, man, they're living off our income, man. They're living off our money, and they've done us royally. So, guys, let me know. Let me know in the comment section about how you feel in regards to all of this. Could potentially be a bluff. But bottom line, bluff or not, Brighton 100 million. Bluff or not, they 100 million. So we can either play this out all the way till the end of the transfer window. They'll keep the player if need be. They'll keep the player. They're hard to negotiate with. Very hard to negotiate with. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Lewa Colwell signs new Chelsea contract. It's official and announced by Chelsea. Chelsea Football Club is delighted to announce Lewa Colwell has signed a new 6-year contract with an option for further year for a total of 7 years. An academy graduate who started training with Chelsea at the age of 8, Colwell has established himself as one of the standout young central defender in European football, and this summer helped England with the European Under-21 Championship. So that's fantastic news. Some quotes coming out from Lewa Colwell. It's always been an easy decision. Of all I've known is Chelsea. Pochettino gave me reassurance, that trust I needed. He's spoken with me not just as a player, but as a person. I love that. See, this is what we're going to get from Mauricio Pochettino. That connection between manager and player, player-manager connection, not just about football, but outside of football as a human being. So hopefully this continues. Colwell, especially working with Thiago Silva, one of the best defenders in the world, I think I can learn so much from him. Hopefully I can pick up little tricks and there to ask him questions when I need things. A lot of people underplay Thiago Silva, man. Thiago Silva's still got a lot to give to Chelsea Football Club, to these young defenders. Not just Lewa Colwell. I think, defenders like Disasi coming through, Buddy Shield, all of these defenders will look up to Thiago Silva. He's got a lot of things still to give in terms of experience and know-how. So that's great stuff. Paul Winstanley, Lawrence Stewart, and Mauricio Pochettino did incredible work telling Colwell about the project. They believe he has to be one of the faces of Chelsea project to win trophies. He's also the face of Cobham. So coming from Fabrizio Romano, gone are the days. Mason Mount being the face of Cobham. It is Levi Colwell. It is going to be Reece James. And these two players thoroughly deserve it and thoroughly deserve to be the face of Cobham, because that is the standard. If you're an academy player, you should be looking at Colwell and Reece James. No one else. No one else. Those are the two players. That's the quality. That's the level you need to make it at Chelsea Football Club. Simple as that. Now, next up, ladies and gentlemen, Vlahovic, Lukaku. Oh, so many sagas going on, man. And this saga as well is starting to annoy me so much. I want to get rid of Lukaku, of course. But the Vlahovic to Chelsea links does my head in. A new update is expected in the next few hours on Vlahovic, Lukaku. Chelsea are evaluating very carefully. So we'll see. This was earlier on, and then off the back of that, these information dropped. Chelsea don't want to pay the current figures requested by Juventus. I mean, it makes sense that Chelsea don't want to do that. Romelu Lukaku, we wanted 40 million. Saudi Arabia has 40 million on the table for us. Inter Milan apparently got to the 40 million, and then Romelu Lukaku did a madness on them. Juventus promised that they were going to get to 40 million if they can get rid of Vlahovic. But all of a sudden now, what they're asking is, no problems, we'll take Lukaku from you, but you also have to give us 40 million or 35 million, I think minimum 35 million pounds for Vlahovic. So they really value Vlahovic at 75 million, 40 million for Lukaku and 35 million on top, at 75 million for Vlahovic. Vlahovic, 75 million. Have a look at his injury record for the past 12 months. That groin issue is not good at all. He just recently got injured too. He hasn't, I think Juventus played one preseason match so far. I think they've got another one lined up. He's not featured in preseason as yet. So are we taking a player that's got massive abductor pubalgia, I think that's what it's called, basically all in the groin area? Are we going to take one of these players that's got massive issues with this injury, plus pay 35 million on top, making it a 75 million package, player plus cash? And this guy, we think he's it. He is the one. If he's the one, why haven't we gone for him from the beginning? Why did we go for Nicholas Jackson? Why are we linked with a whole heap of other players? Why haven't we just secured Vlahovic? Vlahovic, there's rumors that he don't even want to leave Juventus. Doesn't even want to come to Chelsea. We can want him, but does he even actually want to come to Chelsea? So many things to ponder in this situation. As things stand, Chelsea are not convinced of making a move for Vlahovic. Yeah, it makes total sense. Why would you be convinced? Chelsea are having a meeting in the next few hours to decide a final decision for go for Vlahovic or don't go for Vlahovic. Apparently, there's one particular person in our hierarchy that is very excited about Vlahovic, but there are others that are not so much excited. There is no possibility that Lukaku and Vlahovic will both be at Juve. However, and it stops. Is the tweet meant to go on over there? There is no possibility that Lukaku and Vlahovic will both be at Juventus. However, okay. So there's no chance that both of them will be at Juve. One will go there and the other one has to leave, which is obviously Vlahovic. Look, for me, 35 million is no go. If we can get him for about 25 million, fair enough. But 35 million, I think that's just being stupid, to be honest. All right, now we're going to slowly wrap things up. Lawrence Stewart had a lot to do with the move for Ugochukwu. Chelsea's interest in Shirky, which still remains despite no bids, is thought to have come from Stewart's side originally too. But obviously, Lawrence Stewart having a whole heap of knowledge about French League. It's coming from Bobby Vincent, who's been talking about Shirky, that the interest hasn't gone away. Look, if we get someone like Vlahovic, then obviously we're not going to get Kudus, and I don't think we'll get, well, we could potentially still get Olise. But at that point, if we get a striker, at that point, I think Shirky makes the most sense. And someone who can rotate with Nkunku. Keep Angela Gabriel on that right side with Madueke. Obviously, Kudus we don't pursue anymore because we get ourselves a striker. Because I thought Kudus could be potentially used as a rotational piece with Nicholas Jackson, and also someone who can play as a rotational piece with Nkunku and also on the left side. But if you get someone like Vlahovic, don't worry about Kudus or Olise. Keep Angela Gabriel and just get Shirky, as that creative outlet from the central attacking position, someone who can play out in the wing as well. So if that's the plan, no problems. Obviously, then players like Armando Broja will have to move on as well on loan. Some Ugochukwu pictures, training pictures, ladies and gentlemen. This is good to see. We'll see whether he features against Dortmund today, which will be interesting to note. I hope he does. I actually do hope he does get some minutes so we get to see something from this particular player and how he performs. I think he is going to go out on a loan, but the decision hasn't been made as yet. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea partner club Strasbourg have appointed super agent Rafael Pimenta to win the race for Russian star Arsene Zakarian. The attacking midfielder was close to joining Lazio, but is increasingly attracted by Chelsea's multi-club project. So we're going to try and track this news until we see what happens with this particular player. But this is a cheeky little move from Chelsea with the partner club Strasbourg. If we can get Zakarian there and then eventually get Zakarian to Chelsea, I think that would be fantastic. So keep your eyes peeled for this particular news. I think this is something sensational to look forward to. So, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Let's try and get to 1,000 likes for this video. That'd be fantastic. Make sure you're there for the watch along. That'll be the next piece of content coming up. And let's get to 27,000 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. Till next time. See ya.